Sometimes you bother me a lot. Yes, you truly do. You walk into my carefully ordered life, my quiet palace of silence, and you turn everything upside down. I was a man of routines, a man whose every hour was planned, whose every day was mapped like stars above. My steps were sure, my voice steady, my world still and perfect. But then you came with your questions, your laughter, your stubborn will, and everything changed. You refused to bow to title or crowns. You spoke when silence was expected. You laughed when others whispered. You looked at me not as a prince, but as a man, vulnerable and imperfect, and that unsettled me more than I can say. You stripped away my armor without lifting a finger. You looked through the gold and the pride and saw the truth beneath it all. And though I may sigh, pretend to be unawed, the truth is I love it. I love that you bother me because in your disturbance I found myself again. In your defiance I see honesty. In your questions I find courage. When you meet my eyes, you remind me that beneath the prince lives a man who longs to be seen not as a ruler but as a soul. You challenge me, and it means more than I can ever say, because before you I was surrounded by shadows that only nodded, faces that obeyed without thought. Then you arrived, unafraid, unshaken, unbroken, and in your fearless presence I discovered strength greater than any army I could command. You remind me that love is not obedience, love is freedom, love is truth, spoken even when it hurts, and in that freedom, you make me stronger than the throne ever could. At night, I lie awake beneath the curved ceiling of my room, and your voice fills the silence. Your laughter lingers like perfume. Your stubborn stubbornness echoes like a heartbeat. Even when you are far away, you refuse to leave me in peace. But I treasure that too because it means you are everywhere, in the quiet, in the wind, in the stillness of my heart. Sometimes I sit among hundreds of people listening to endless conversations, but when you walk in, the world fades to nothing. Every sound softens, every eye, every noise, every breath all become background to you. It bothers me because I was trained to command attention, to make the room bend to my presence, and yet you you hold more power with a single glance than I ever could with the royal decree. It is maddening and miraculous. You remind me that true influence belongs not to crowns but to hearts. You bother me when you demand honesty, even when truth feels dangerous. You want it pure and unpolished. I hide my truths in golden boxes wrapped in words of caution. But you open them with the love and say, speak as you feel. You make me talk about my fears, my regrets, the boy I buried under layers of duty. How dare you make me vulnerable? How dare you show me that weakness can be beautiful? The world taught me that emotion is weakness. You taught me that it is power. That lesson shocked me, and yes, it bothered me deeply, but it changed everything. You bother me when you refuse to play their game. They expect you to bow, to smile politely, to fit neatly into the royal picture, but you never do. You laugh too loud, speak too freely, and move through the palace as if it belongs to you, and somehow it does. You write your own story, and by loving you, I find myself rewriting mine. Your soft rebellion, your fearless grace keep me awake at night, wondering if I deserve the way you remake me. You bother me with your tenderness too. Your hands heal what even time could not. You listen like a harbor, quite safe and steady. You return to me the pieces of myself that I thought were gone forever. You test me too. You ask hard questions. You push when I resist. You peel back my pride and show me what love demands. Sometimes I meet you with anger, sometimes with silence, sometimes with surrender, and still you stay. You hold me accountable without shame. You love me through lessons that are hard to learn, and in that balance of stillness and care, you show me what partnership truly is. You bother me most because you love me on my worst days, when my confidence falters, when my crown feels like a cage, when duty becomes heavier than armor. You still love me. You love the man behind that title, the man who doubts, who fails, who fears. You love the one who writes clumsy words at midnight trying to understand himself. That love humbles me. It bothers me because I do not deserve it, and still I will spend my life proving I do. You stir the dust in my chambers, break my quiet routines, laugh too loud, ask too many questions, dream too widely, and yet you are the most honest thing I have ever known. You are the disturbance that became my home. You are the storm that taught me to dance. You are the mirror I once feared until you held it close and made me see myself clearly. If being bothered by you means becoming braver, kinder, and truer, then let me bothered forever. If your storm means I trade peace for passion, then take my crown and give me your hand, because when the noise fades and the world steps back, the only sound I want to hear is your laughter echoing through these halls. Your voice, your love, your presence, they are the rhythm of my heart. They remind me that I am loved, not for what I roll, but for who I am. So, yes, you bother me, but it is in those moments that I know your love is real. Because love is not quick, love is not polite, love shakes you, tests you, bends you, and reshapes everything you thought you knew. Love walks into your palace uninvited, sits on your throne, and dares to question your crown. And if I must choose between a quiet life without you and a storm that is filled with you, then I choose the storm every time. You bother me because you matter. You unsettle me because you are the only one who can. You turn my world upside down because you are my world, and for that, my love, I am endlessly, hopelessly, eternally grateful. Thanks for watching. Subscribe my channel, please.